Hi guys, welcome back to Codera. Today's topic is house robber. You are a professional robber planning to rob houses along a street. Each house has a certain amount of money stashed. The only constant stopping you from robbing each of them is that adjacent houses have security systems connected, and it will automatically contact the police if two adjacent houses were broken into on the same night. Given an integer array nums representing the amount of money of each house, return the maximum amount of money you can rob tonight without alerting the police. I'll explain how. Okay, let's find out. Here given an array 1, 2, 3, 1. The thief can rob it only in the alternate houses. When the thief rob the first house, he cannot rob the second house, since if he rob the second house, it will alert the police. So he have to rob the alternate house. First, if the thief rob the zeroth index, he has to rob the second index. Or else, if the thief tried to rob the first index house, then he have to rob the third index house. I'll explain how. For this, we use the recursion method. First, for that, as usual in the previous videos I said, we have to use these three shortcuts. First, identify the index, and second, do all the stuff on the index. Third, as per the question, they have asked the maximum amount of money the thief can rob from the house. So let's find the maximum among them. So first, the function index. Let's find out the what are the identify the index. So if the thief is out of bounds of the array, it means the thief completes all the houses and moves out. There is nothing left to rob, so we have to return 0. It means the size of the array is 4. So the thief can theft up to the index of 3. If he goes to the 4th index, there is nothing left. There is no house at all. So when the thief reaches the n, it has to return 0, or greater than n also you have to return 0. So if index is greater than or equal to n, return 0. And now pick and not pick. If the thief robbed the first house, he has to take the money in the house. So nums of the index. Why are you taking this nums of index? Because they have asked the amount of money that thief robbed from the house. So we have to take the values of the array. So when the thief robbed the first house, take the value, the money, consider it as a money, and take the money from the array, which is 1, plus fun of index plus 1, comma, for we are complete with this. I think it's not plus 1, right? The as per the question, if we rob at the second house, the next beside house, adjacent house, he will be caught. So we have to take index plus 2. And when it comes to not pick, so the thief can't pick the first house. No, he tries to pick the second house. So 0 plus, and he leaves the first index. Fun of, so let's take the function fun, index plus 1, and they've asked the maximum amount of money the thief can rob from the house. Return max of pick, comma, not pick. You will get the answer. Since the time complexity is 2 of n exponential, so in order to reduce this, we use memoization. And in space complexity, we have O of n for auxiliary stack space plus O of n for the array. No, for here there is no one. For memoization, let's create an array dp int n comma -1. Oh, let's create here itself. Creating a dp int n comma -1 will store the dp of index is equal to max of pick and mark pick, and if the dp of index isn't equal to -1, you have to return dp of index. This is for the case of overlapping problem. I think if you see my previous videos, you can understand what this overlapping means. I'll show you how. Let's create a recursion function where we start from the first index 0. Here either we can pick the next index second, or we have to not pick the first index. That means we are not picking the 0th index and we go into the next index. And here if you pick, that means if you pick the index and you go to 4th index, and if you not pick, you will go to 3rd index. Since let us take our array is 4. This our array has only 4 elements. Let's stop here only. The index reaches n. Since our n is equal to 4, it returns 0. And the index f of 3, for index f of 3, what's the value? We have 1. So let's take the value of 1. Okay, this f of 3 returns 1. Since if you expand the f of 3, f of 5, f of 4, this 2 returns 0. So f of 3 value is, as you see, f of 3 value is 1. So 1 plus 0. 0 among the maximum zeros, so 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. F of 3 value is 1. It stores in the dp. And f of 4, we know that its value is 0. And when it comes to f of 2 actual value is 3. So 3 plus, when it comes to pick, the value is 0. 3 plus 0, 3. When it comes to not pick, the value is 1. 3, 1, which is maximum 3. So 3. Now let's go to f of 1 function. If we expand f of 3 and f of 2, since we know that f of 3 has its value 1 and f of 2 we got the value of 3, this is called overlapping. So for that case we have used the memoization technique. F of 3 value is 1 and f of 2 value is 3. So when it comes to pick, the f of 1 value is 2. So 2 plus pick, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. And when it comes to not pick, the value is 3. So both are same. The maximum is 3. So f of 1 value is 3. So now let's go to the main function f of 0. F of 0, the value is 1. 1 plus pick, we got the value as 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 comma 3. The final answer is maximum value 4. So this is the method, memoization. If you want the tabulation method, please reply in the comments. We'll make another video, or else you can try as per the previous videos I have said. Thank you. Bye guys. Please subscribe and click the bell icon.